Tell me, in your particular situation, what were some of the examples that you had for leadership growing up that modeled you? And then what are the principles that you try to implement with all those ways in which you've served?
That's a very good question. And I have to go back to my mother and father, not realizing that it was leadership that I was learning at the time, but we came from we were a poor family, but we were a family of service. Even though we didn't have much, we always had something to share with others. So we have always been taught to serve. My dad taught great work ethic. One of the first farmers I ever worked for, his philosophy was, I'm happy to give you 8 hours pay for 8 hours work. So I think the work ethic started first. And then I spent a couple of years at Great Lakes Bible College with the idea that I might go into the ministry. That didn't quite work out. But the 2 years that I spent there was a great foundation in doing, the right things for the right reasons and treating people fairly, which I think is a foundation of leadership. And then when I got into the state police, it even evolved more. Worked with great leaders. The state police, when people have issues and they call law enforcement, the state police in Michigan have developed this reputation that, once we're on the scene, it's a relief to folks because they know things are going to be taken care of. So people look to you to do the right things for the right reasons. And I think that's a key component for what I do. I always say we do the right things for the right reasons. We'll figure out the rest, after that. Leadership with the Pokagon Band Tribal Council is a little bit different. Previous leadership, you were a leader because that was your job. You were the leader. You had the authority and the control over a department, a section, a unit, whatever the case may be. With the Tribal Council, we are independently elected body, individually, of 11 people. So they all bring to the table, what they bring to the table, and you hope you can lead them all to, move in the same direction. Obviously, we'll have differences, but move in the same direction so that we're doing the right things for the right reasons and always working to improve the quality of life of the Pokagon Band citizens. That is the goal. The difficulty there sometimes is you have folks that have different ideas on how to get there. You only hope you can have these discussions and these differences, but yet at the end of the day, come out of there doing the right thing. And one of the things I learned several years ago was the value and the importance of emotional intelligence, which is a component of 5 different characteristics that if you're going to be effective, you have to be self-aware of what's going on. You need to be self-regulated. You need to be motivated. And you need to have empathy, and you need to understand, and I think this is a critical one, you need to understand where your people are at so you can provide them the tools, the understanding of what we're trying to do to kind of bring everybody together. And it's been an interesting time. I've worked with very good councils where everybody was committed to the same thing. And then you have different councils where people have different ideas, not bad ideas, just different ideas on how we get from A to B, which at some points requires, a lot more interaction, a lot more discussion, a lot more disagreement, but still, hopefully, at the end of the day, we get to where we're at. I like to empower the folks that I work with, give them the tools to make the good decisions, and stay out of their way and let them do their job.
Well, it's a very, very worthy goal. Any one of those characteristics, I can exhibit sometimes, but not nearly as consistently as others. And I think it's a constant challenge to say, are you going to be the kind of leader that they want to follow, not just that you want to be?